Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to our Valentine's Day special, Pastry Lovers. That's right, it's a visual novel dating simulator thing. I love these ones. I especially love these ones when I find slightly more unusual ones, because, okay, you're going to school and you find a boyfriend or girlfriend, blah blah blah. No, I demand something more interesting out of my dating sims, and this seems to actually deliver, because this isn't just about finding a hunky boyfriend, no, you've also got to learn how to make a croissant at the same time. In the faraway Carsland Kingdom, there is a common saying: if you are not born in a noble family, then make efforts to become a pastry chef. They will like this game. Yes, people here have a passion for desserts. Whether holidays, sacrifices, weddings, childbirth, sickness or funerals, in short, pastries must appear on all important occasions. Especially those noble and rich people. They regard enjoying exquisite and luxurious cakes as an elegant way of life. Under this background, 5 famous pastry families have come into existence. However, in order to consolidate their own positions, the 5 families have firmly controlled pastry making skills within the families while strongly suppressing those folk pastry chefs, which is no doubt where the sacrifices we just actually heard about came in. Because yeah, if you want to suppress pastry making, maybe sacrifice anyone who actually tries to make pastry. Also, there's a dragon. I feel like I should point out that in this light-hearted pastry romance romp, there's also just a dragon blatantly eating one of the noble houses, and also there's a volcano with what I assume is where the people get sacrificed. It's just chilling out in the background there, don't worry about it. Such conditions had once made pastry-making skills disappear among the civilians. Pastries had become exclusive products for high officials and noble lords. A mysterious figure's appearance broke the ice. He has founded St. Patricia's College to spread pastry-making skills among the civilian population. But who is this mysterious figure, and can I date him? From then on, pastry production has been promoted in folk again, and St. Patricia's College has also become the most famous pastry college in the Carsland Kingdom. Ooh, I bet that goes down very badly with the nobility. Chapter 1, West Island, outside. Sakura, oh no, is this a Sakura game? I didn't mean this to be a Sakura game, but prepare the hedgehogs just in case. Today's Sunday, don't forget to prepare food for everybody. Awakened by a knock at the door, you rub your eyes and sit up. In fact, you're an orphan who was adopted by the dean and have grown up in the monastery. The monastery you live in is located on an island in the western part of the Carsland Kingdom. The life here, though plain, is smooth and steady. It had been so until a few months ago, which is on your 16th birthday. That day, Sister Terry called you to her place. Sakura, happy birthday to you. Right, I'm guessing I'm Sakura, and this isn't a Sakura game. Good. Put the hedgehogs away. We don't actually need them. Now that you are 16 years old, there are some things I should tell you. Through the years, you might have thought that your parents have already passed away, but that's not necessarily the truth. Blimey, we're getting straight into the plot twists here. That year, it was the dean who found you in swaddling clothes at the door of the monastery. At that time, we also found one thing by your side. Was it a croissant or some other form of pastry? It's this notebook. Seems to be the notes of a pastry chef. Over the years, we've also tried to search for clues related to your origin. It's a pity there's no progress so far. Anyway, now you've grown up, it should be given to you. Whether you decide to explore your origin or not, I wish you can get happiness. Oh, thank you very much, sister. That's very kind of you. Since you learned that your parents may still be alive, it's hard for you to have peace in your mind any longer. Oddly enough, you've loved to make pastries from childhood. Even though conditions are poor in the monastery, you've still managed to do a lot of attempts. Gradually, everyone knows about your hobby, so all the snacks used to be shared about every Sunday have been made by you, so that you have more opportunities to practice. Nowadays, you get the notes of this pastry chef. It makes you wonder, is this really genetic? It could be. Oh, that'll be me then. Hello, that's me. By reading the notes, the owner of this notebook should be a great pastry chef. But why did she abandon me at that, or he? Okay, men can be great pastry chefs too, Sakura. Chill out. Sakura, chide Cindy the chef. You're so slow. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Today you have to make 50 snacks. Don't worry, leave it to me. I will get on with those 50 snacks. Marvellous. Have you heard the news? St Patrick's College will expand their enrolment this year. Well, marvellous. I guess I'll just go and join up there then. But in order to get a scholarship, I need to achieve S level in the entrance exam. Then I can actually get in for free. Okay, time to learn some stuff about pastry. So I need to choose a pastry that's easy to make that I'm sure I'll be able to do well. What should I do? Tiger roll or chocolate souffle cake? Both of those don't sound too... In fact, I don't actually know what a tiger roll is. So I'm going to go for chocolate souffle cake, even though, from occasionally watching Great British Bake Off, souffles aren't the easiest thing in the world. So maybe... Oh, I'll go for the tiger roll. I think that's not a souffle, so it's, probably easier, I guess. Tiger roll is a primary pastry. As long as I follow the right steps, that should be no problem. Now, the problem is, I don't actually know whether that's a thing I'm supposed to learn. Like, primary pastry is a technical baking term that actually does apply to a tiger roll. Or it's just a slightly dubious translation, because the English in this game is sometimes just a tiny bit off, as you may have noticed already. So I'm just going to commit to memory that tiger roll is an example of primary pastry, just in case that entrance exam asks me to list examples of primary pastries, which may or may not be a baking term. Now, should I make it completely in accordance with the formula of the mysterious notes, or by adding my own ideas? Ooh. Okay, well, the mysterious notes belong to a great pastry maker, so I'd say follow those. So everything goes well. In less than an hour, delicious tiger rolls are freshly baked. Huzzah! That's a tiger roll, apparently. I wouldn't have called... I guess it's possibly, because of the thing on the outside. I'm not sure I'd have called them a tiger roll. Maybe a tiger spiral. Because I guess spiral is a thing that exists when you roll something. I don't know. Maybe it's an okay name, I suppose. It looks tasty anyway. Meanwhile, somewhere else, a young girl declares, so tired, I have a bone in my leg. Can we not go there? I have a bone in my leg. Yes, you have several. I'd be more worried if you didn't. The hell is going on? No way! It's a rare chance for me to visit the West Island. The pastor of the church here is an old acquaintance of mine. Okay, well, you there, you're actually on the title screen. So I'm guessing you're going to be one of the dateable hunky boys. Though, bear in mind, this is actually the stupidest thing I could do. I know for a fact that my parents are probably, one or both of them are great pastry chefs. So if I go to pastry college, the last thing I should do is ever date anyone even more than a tiny bit older than me, because there is a very real possibility I might be dating my own parents, and then all of a sudden this kind of turns from a light-hearted dating, baking, romance thing into Oedipus Tyrannus, and we don't really want that. And here's the priest in question, Mr. Christopher. It's been such a long time. So this is Christopher DM. Marvellous. Yes, indeed. We've been separated quite a few years. Ever since that dragon showed up, it's been pretty bloody dangerous to get on the boat, but here I am. But here's where the story's going to kick off. The priest has handed my snacks over to the guy who's blatantly like the headmaster at the pastry college or whatever. And I'm going to guess he is going to absolutely love it. Chews a few seconds, then stops without saying a word. The drama. What is he going to think of my pastry? Look at you, it must taste terrible. Oh no, Lena, I think you're wrong. No, I think the taste is very familiar, as if I had tasted it. Right, okay, he might be my dad, or potentially he's my long-lost brother. Okay, don't date this guy, because I've got a feeling that's heading towards an incest plot, and we don't want to go there. So, let's see what Lena thinks. It's not so bad as I imagined. That's probably high praise from her. Mr. Pastor, may I ask, who made the snacks? That's probably more dramatic than it's supposed to be read in, but screw it. I'm doing this as a big revelation thing. Oh, it's made by some young girl here. She's loved to bake since her childhood. Oh, I'd like to see her. Can I? Because, Sakura, you're a baking wizard, in fact. Miss Asakusa, could you tell me who taught you this skill? No one taught me, actually. I've pondered it That's a lie. You've been reading out of a book that you know belonged to your parents. Okay, yes, you're self-taught, but you're self-taught out of this book you just got given. Okay, tell the truth. Okay, we're ready to do this, or rather, we're ready to start getting ready for it, because in November, there's the entrance exam. It's January now. I have 10 bloody months to prepare. Alright, we can do this. I can pass this exam. I suspect it's, not 10 months away. I suspect maybe it's 15 minutes tops away, in fact. We'll bloody see, eh? So, current task. A-level requirement. Right. I need to get my skills up in order to technically pass that exam. So my intelligence needs to be over 30, stamina over 30, skill over 30, taste over 30, and that's just for A. I need to unlock a recipe for S level. Okay, so I need to work on getting those stats up and find a way to unlock a recipe, which I feel like I should be able to do because I've got like a magic book full of recipes, so that shouldn't be that difficult. So, let's get working here. I can either practice in the kitchen or go out, which apparently is recommended, so screw it, I'll go with what the game recommends. What's happening out in the wider world here? Okay, take a look at the function of these places. Okay, so I can get various stats up, I see. So, for example, if I go to the farm, I get my... my stamina goes up, and so does my flour. That probably means my amount of flour, I guess. Meanwhile, the bakery's skill up and gold up, so I'm guessing that's like... yeah, I'm working in the bakery. The church, I get my intelligence and my gold up because I'm stealing from the collection plate. The bookstore, my intelligence goes up, but it costs me gold to do it. My stamina goes up at the lake for reasons that aren't entirely clear. I can get a pet at the market and the flour up as well. And at the restaurant, I can get my attributes up if I eat and my taste and my gold up if I work there. Okay, let's start at the bakery, because this is, a game about baking stuff, so it kind of feels appropriate. So where do I go in the morning? Well, I just said I want to go to the bakery, damn it. Oh, sorry, that wasn't actually me selecting, that was just showing me what happens in each place. Oh, was I supposed to remember that? Because I probably won't. Wait, if I just go into the help menu. Oh, good, that's bloody useful. Right. Bakery it is then. Let's go to the bakery. And Lara, the local baker, says, Sakura, come to help again. Yes, indeed I have. I'd like some, gold and baking skill, please. So the morning passes quickly, and I get one piece of freshly baked bread to take home with me, gold coins up, skills up too. Marvellous. And now it is the afternoon. Right, okay. So as I'm just getting these skills up, and I believe if I go into the menu I can see where I am. Yes, okay, so skills 4. I got intelligence just 1 right at the beginning of the game. So I've just got to get all of these up at this point to 30 odd, and I don't have a pet yet. Fine, I should probably go and get a pet at some point, but I assume I need to, buy a pet with gold. So I'm going to need more gold yet. Where else can I work to get some gold? I could do a shift in the restaurant. That'd do. So, to the restaurant, which is run by Rames here. Marvellous. He seems very fancy. Maybe I should just date him. And I'm here to work, I'm here to dine. Or leave. Apparently, as a waitress, I can just show up and declare I'm working whenever I'd like to. Marvellous. And he's totally cool with that. So that gets me taste plus 4 and gold coins plus 10, despite the fact he just said the service is over, clear away the plate. So basically what I've done is I've gone, picked up the plates, taken them around the back, and then just furiously licked them to get my tasting skill up. Marvellous. I am a classy, classy, classy baker there. So that gets me a ton of gold, which is good. And the game was implying, go to the market at night for a pet. So, mystery shop! And there's a mysterious merchant, she's blatantly a witch. Alright, seriously, Sakura, she's just a witch. And hint, the mystery shop can only be unlocked when you come here the second time, 50 gold coins are needed. Right, so we now know how much actual gold we need and when to come back. So that was a bit of a waste of one slot, but that's fine. What do I want to do at night? I can go to sleep to get my stamina up or work on a new formula. Well, you know what? Let's work on a new formula just for flipping once. So, formula that's available for me to study is... Mysterious Notebook. Yes, okay. So, have a little look-see at this. Let's see if I can actually get a recipe sorted out here. So, all kinds of pastries. Appears to be pastry. Yes, I know what it is. Just keep looking over it. So, practicing formula on the recipe, it needs to consume 10 bags of flour, and I have 10, fortunately, already. So that's what the farm's for. It gets me the flour that I need to study the book. So 10 flour in order to study the book at night. Gotcha. So that gets me skill plus 3, and the unlocked degree of the Mysterious Notebook is now 25%. So I need to do that 3 more times before November. Marvellous. This is good progress for day 1. Tip, eating breakfast made by pet every morning will raise your attribute. Currently you have no pet. Right, well I should definitely go get a pet then. Right, to the restaurant. Because the restaurant, I can just work there, because that seems to be a good amount of money. You're a pretty girl, says Rames slightly creepily. Especially as we actually worked with you yesterday or whatever. You'll make the restaurant more attractive. Okay, I don't want to work in the restaurant anymore. The restaurant's now a weird place. Meanwhile, the church also gets me some gold. Let's see how good the churches are getting me some gold too. So intelligence 3, do voluntary work, get an allowance. That's also 10, fine. So that gets me the gold coins and also the intelligence. Good. And also my perseverance just went up by 1. So fine, restaurants like 4 taste. This is 3 intelligence, 1 perseverance, and they're the same gold, 10 apiece. Lovely. Now you see, I had assumed I wouldn't actually have enough gold, but it's saying here that I've actually got 10,038. I've earned 38, but I've also got... Do I have 10,000? Let's figure it out, because apparently I've just got 10,000 gold. Apparently I'm just bloody rich. So the question is, do you think the game is fun? It is fun. It's sometimes badly spelt, but it's fun so far. Good! You are really smart. The game basically emotionally blackmailing you into praising it before it actually lets you have key functions. Marvellous. Have a look at my collection. So, I have actually got myself... Those aren't pets, those are children! This is just slavery! Right! Okay, so addition to 4 attributes, so I can buy basically one of 4 children. Okay, this is weird. Like, if I do actually have 10,000 gold, then I can buy any of these, which I assume I don't. I assume that's just like an error, but I'm going to try and buy Basil, because he looks the least like a terrifying kidnapped child. He just looks like a, yeah, apparently I do just have 10,000 gold, which I feel like I shouldn't have, because that makes earning gold completely pointless. But that's just okay. Great. Right, so you should just follow me then. That's good. Can I just, like, buy all of them? No, she's kicking me out. Why have I just got 10,000 gold? I don't know. I feel like I really shouldn't. And I don't want to work on the new formula anymore. I just want to go to sleep, darn it. So I feel so tired after a whole day's work. I'd better sleep early. Marvellous. So, stamina plus 5. Okay, day 3. And, oh, my pets. Who refers to me as my dear master? I've just got a child slave. And I make them cook me breakfast and call me master. This is weird. I don't like it. And I can either have a hot dog or a fried chicken leg for breakfast, neither of which really make much sense to me, but I'll go for social and charm with the fried chicken leg, because fried chicken legs makes my social skill and charm go up. This is a chicken leg representing my love. Okay, Basil, this is already weird. Don't make it weirder. Right, so now I know that I've got effectively infinite money for the time being, and thus I don't know why I'm even bothering with this whole I must get an S rank in order to get a scholarship, because apparently I have enough money to just go to whatever private school I bloody well choose, so whatever. Okay, let's just grind up some skills here. In fact, to the bookstore, because the bookstore lets me spend money on books, and I've just got all the money in the bloody world. So just look around for 2... Oh, I'm sorry. I have to pay money to enter your bookstore? You may look friendly, but you're clearly a monster. You're literally gatekeeping and putting a paywall up around just browsing. No, I'm going to buy a book for 10 gold coins. Nice. Now, I assume that actually gets my intelligence. Oh, yeah. Absolutely loads up. Intelligence plus 6, skills plus 3. So if you've got the money, buying those books is a good idea. Right, haven't been to the farm yet. Let's see who runs the farm. It's Eddie! Sakura, here you come! You are so excited about the prospect of picking crops in the field. Apparently to you it is an exciting job. So I work for a whole afternoon and I get 10 bags of flour and 4 stamina. Marvellous. So in which case... Yeah, let's head back to the market and see if now I can just buy... Oh no! The mysterious market is gone. Fine. Leave the market. Don't worry about that because I've got 10 flour so I can already work on the actual recipe. So in which case, Lakeside, that's the one place I haven't been before. So little dark by the lake at night, but the stars in the sky make you feel fearless. Marvellous. The priest says humans will have immortal souls after death. Some say the souls will change into stars. Is that true? Well, probably not, to be honest, because, like, even if you actually do believe that, like, that's not in the Bible in the slightest. So, stamina plus 5 from doing that. Beautiful. And at night, I can now work on the formula. Nice, because I've got the flour. So, mysterious notebook. Keep working on that. And that gets skill plus 3 and 50% unlocked. Good. Keep on practicing. Get that flour. But wait, the story. While you're practicing in the kitchen one morning, Cindy from the monastery comes to you. Sakura, can you do me a favour? Can you help me make a birthday cake? Yes, I can, because I've been working on my taste by licking plates in the restaurant and also sneaking down here at night in order to make, like, special cakes and whatever. So totally I will do that. Whose birthday is it? I get it. Is it the man who gave you roses, as you mentioned? She never mentioned that last time. I'll admit I've been cutting out some bits of less interesting, but she has never mentioned a man who has given her roses. This is the first time that's come up. Generally, a birthday cake is a chiffon cake decorated with cream, fruits, and chocolate. Okay, remember that. Tiger roll is a primary pastry, and a birthday cake is a chiffon cake, or however you pronounce that, decorated with cream, fruits, and chocolate. Which feels a bit prescriptive to me. I feel like a birthday cake could be whatever sort of cake you want it to be. Like, I prefer coffee cake. So why wouldn't my birthday cake be a coffee cake? But screw you. Okay, features a sponge and elastic taste. Elastic taste? Can you have an elastic... Surely that's a texture, not a taste. As plant oil is used instead of animal oil, and the egg white is beaten separate. Oh, bloody hell. If this is in the exam, I'm going to forget all of it. Because as I understand it, like, from just the achievements of this game, there are actual exams. So I might actually need to remember all of this. Which of the following ingredients is not used to make a chiffon cake? Ooh, I think cheese, right? Right, good. Intelligence +1, yay. Okay, to make the chiffon cake, separate egg white from yolk, prepare flour paste, something, mix the beaten egg white with flour paste, and bake the mixture in an oven. What's this? Well, presumably beat the egg, right? Because... yeah, I need to beat the egg white, because otherwise I don't have beaten egg. Right! Oh, yes! This game's actually testing me on whether I can figure out bakery. The chiffon cake is done. It seems good! Bam, ba, 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 bam. And I hope it expresses her love, too. I hope she can get a boyfriend. I hope I can get a boyfriend later as well. Oh, it's creepy morning time with my slave. And Basil today has said, each pastry baby, don't refer to yourselves as pastry babies, that's even weirder, has its own secret. Do you want to know mine? Let's eat breakfast first. Have a taste of my cooking skill. I'll have a hot dog today. This isn't really good breakfast food, by the way. Like, I can clearly see you've got a fried egg in the pan. Can I just have that? That's way more appropriate. And that's aesthetic and perseverance. And he's happy because I like my breakfast, which means he doesn't go back under the stairs today. And yeah, the game does actually seem to think I ought to start off with 10,000 gold, so maybe I shouldn't burn it, because maybe, like, when I go to school, I'll have to, like, you know, spend loads of money on, like, textbooks and whatever. Also, my taste is falling behind, so I should totally get my taste up. That's just restaurant working. Yeah, that's literally the only way, fine. So I guess I'm just going to go work at the restaurant for a bit. And go on then, having done 2 shifts in the restaurant, I'll actually try dining here as well. So the candlelit dinner in the night is great. You really are a person of refined taste. That's actually eaten up a fair bit of money. So, what can we actually... aha! So this is a way of getting my actual taste and intelligence up very fast. So cheese pasta, a lamb chop. Yeah, let's just spend the money getting that taste up as quick as you like. I will have a nice lamb chop. Cost me 30 gold, but taste and... wait. That just said taste and taste, didn't it? That's wrong. It's supposed to be taste and... well, in all fairness, taste is what I need to get up, so that's fine. Also, I think Rhymes was just actually flirting with me at the end there. He's just so weird. I'm just ignoring him at this point. Right, and I just have to actually go to sleep because I don't have the flour. Yeah, I actually should get the flour because I'm very quickly gaining everything I need. Also, it's January the bloody 5th. The exam is until November. I'm way ahead of the game here. And please stop calling me that. Apparently, before I know it, it's already summer, which is wrong, because, like, this is day 6 or 7. I'm just a little bit off camera there, but hang on, why is it already summer? Apparently, time is accelerating. It's like each day actually a month, because that doesn't feel right. Preparation for the entrance exam is halfway. Right, okay, so, like, turn, like, 11 or 12 or something I've got to be ready for. Got it. Although apparently I'm taking a moment out of my routine of baking to actually become God for the day and get a God's eye view. Push open the door what's happening? What's happening now? Why is there a terrifying purple man? Who are the 2 people joining our society? What's happening? Why am I God? And now someone's being beaten up in a back alley. What's happening? What's going on here? Well, that was just odd. Okay, apparently we're halfway there, and on skills, I'm way over halfway there, but on actually getting a recipe ready, I am not. So as a result, my priority for the moment should be working on intelligence, skill, and getting enough flour. So, in which case, the farm is a good way to get some flour, because apparently I just steal it from the farm after I'm done. In fact, as farm is stamina and flour, I'll just do a double shift at the farm. Oh, but before I'm allowed to go, I've come to the farm many times. I'd like to ask you a question, says Eddie. Do you think kids shall be obedient? Do you mean should be obedient or will be obedient? Because those are two different questions. I think kids should think independently. Like, obedience is good in a way, because, like, kids don't always make good decisions, so therefore they should, like, know to take guidance from people who've got more life experience, but, like, obedience just for its own sake is bad. I'm gonna say independently. Great! I know you speak like this. Not all that adults say is right. Sorry, possibly you're supposed to be a child. Actually, you know what? That's fine. I mean, I actually keep, like, a baby as a slave to cook my breakfast, so the fact that apparently you're also a child slave on this plantation does not actually surprise me at all. Every time I disagree with my father, he'll get angry and even hit me rather than reason with me. I hate that. Yeah, this game's kind of actually dark. Actually, yes. And Eddie's favourability just increased. That's probably useful for something, I don't know. Right, that work on the farm's got my stamina up to 32, so now it's intelligence and skill we need to work on. So, over I would say to the bookshop where, books will be sold at a 10% discount. Marvellous. I will save myself 1 gold. Lovely. Intelligence up, skills up, gold coins down, but not as much as it would be. Lovely. And I've got the flour, so I can work on the new formula. So let's just do that right now. Now, I believe this evening's work on the recipe should actually get my skill up a bit too. And recipe has unlocked. Nice. So, I've got my special recipe. That's important. Also, there's an annual summer fireworks show today. Well, that's just bloody lovely. While I make pastries and sell them at the show, I forgot to rent a booth. Ooh, the drama. Just wait. I'll sell the pastries at the show. I better make them... You don't have a booth yet. All right, fine. Just make them anyway, whatever. Make the tiger roll, because you know that the guy who was like the headmaster of the pastry college liked the tiger rolls, so you know they're damn good. Also, apparently we're just skipping today in order to actually go and do this, which is unfortunate because I'm not quite ready for the exam yet. Stay bloody focused, Sakura. But Eddie's just shown up. Good. Favourability with Eddie is +1, so maybe he'll let me have some space on his stall. No, he just naffed off immediately, never mind. And this gets me a bit of gold, and as my cake is placed in the corner, it attracts few people. That's a shame. Possibly if I'd like gone and spoken to Eddie more often, or someone else, they would have actually let me have a spot on their stall or something. So that's a shame. Okay, I think today's the day. Today is going to be the day because, yep, I just need to get intelligence up 1 level. So the best way to get intelligence up, as I need to get up a little bit, would be... yeah, the church, because then I can make a tiny bit of gold at the same time, because I need to wait until the end of the day anyway. So let's just go and church it up a bit. And there's that recipe I've unlocked, the cherry cake, a special, wonderful speciality West Island cherry cake. Nice. Right, and I've also made back most of the money that I've spent too, so life is good. So let's go to sleep, and I assume in the morning we might well get to skip forward to the exam because everything is ready. Stamina +5, day 9, terrifying child slave breakfast thing. Apparently not, actually. I believe, yeah, it's currently day 10, and it's going to be 11 or 12 the actual exam happens. So I can grind up my skills and get a bit of extra gold in the meantime. Fine. As well as getting involved with people's business and finding out what's going on. Let's go to the farm, get some spare flour in hand, just in case I actually need to have any later, and also in case Eddie wants anything. Sakura, have you been busy recently? I couldn't find you several times. Well, I'm sorry. I've been busy, like, helping at the church and doing all sorts of other bits and pieces. Oh, here we go. The day of the entrance exam finally arrives. I've prepared for so long. The exam finally arrives. I feel nervous yet look forward to it. Would you like to be... Oh. Basil, stay out of my bedroom, alright? It's weird enough that you live in the kitchen, but it's even weirder. No. You know what? I can do this. I can make this happen. Let's just, trust in my own ability to know how pastry works. Chapter 2, Entrance Exam. Okay, so that was just an introduction to the basics. Now we've actually got to nail this. So, exam in 2 parts. The first part is theoretical knowledge. Second is practical operation. So, lasts for an hour. Don't be nervous. Read carefully before you answer. The first question. Croissant is a product combined by which two... Uh-oh. That hasn't come up in the slightest. Okay, hang on. I've got an idea. Okay, I've gone and got Claire because she's French and also, makes pastry. Claire, the first question in my entrance exam is croissant is a product combined of which 2 types of pastry? Quickly. Quickly!
What?
Claire,
bread.
quickly!
Pastry bread.
Okay, good. Okay.
That's not a type of pastry.
Shut up. The second question, which of the following cakes is a baking-free cake?
Oh my god.
What? Is that a real term?
No.
Okay, well, it is now. Right, I need you to answer very quickly which of the following cakes is baking-free.
A mousse cake.
Mousse cake. Correct answer. All right, we're nailing this. Third question. Who is the first one to make bread, Claire? Who invented bread?
Oh my god. Okay.
I just want to be clear that the Babylonians had bread. So, I'm not sure who this is going to be. Ancient...
Well, you know that better than me.
Probably Egyptians.
Go, John.
Yes!
Yay.
Correct answer. Though I'm pretty sure that the Babylonian bread would predate the Egyptian bread in terms of the historical record. Fourth question. What is the characteristic of angel cake, Claire? Claire?
Without...
Claire!
No, oil!
Oil! Yes!
Yes! I guessed!
How could you not know that? How could you not know what the characteristic of angel cake is? Okay, what does tiramisu mean in Italian, Claire?
Delicious?
Do you have no idea?
No, I have no idea.
Go Google it.
Go Google it. Alright.
Okay, what's the answer, Claire?
It means like, cheer me up, pick myself up.
Cheer me up. Pick me up. Marvellous. There we go. Correct answer. Last question. Which of the above is a double colour checkerboard cake? You ready for this, Claire?
Yeah. I mean, what's a checkerboard?
Well, I'm guessing that. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's checkerboard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that one we can probably... Correct! Okay, we answered 6 questions correctly in total. Okay. Nice. And apparently... Oh, we need to only get 3. Oh, well. We need to get S rank, but apparently it's only 3. Right. On to the practical. Claire, I think you can go for the moment, but I may need you back for the practical in a minute. Oh, but in the meantime, here comes my possible incest brother. Wearing a classical style coat with a blue-black starry night-long straight hair tied with a simple hairband. Okay, I'm already clearly into him despite the fact he's likely to be directly related to me. As a matter of fact, he and I could be considered as acquaintances. Should I ask him about the exam? No. Best not to ask. That would be impolite. And probably, like, cheating too. Aha! Chiffon cake. That I know how to do because we did it earlier, except I've probably forgotten it. Okay. This is too simple. Yes, indeed. Such a basic cake. Now, what's the trick here? It's a very basic style, so it's hard to test the level of the maker. You'll think so. This classmate. Tell me about your opinion. Is it me? Okay. And it's really too simple. It seems basic, but it tests one's skill. Nods his head approvingly. Nice. Ah, marvellous. Okay, good. And that's got his favour up. So, how are we going to do a practical exam of baking? So, you can click the back button. Click OK to judge the results. Oh, cock. Okay. Select 6 kind of ingredients. I remember this. I need the flour. I need the eggs, the sugar, the milk, and the salad oil, but not the cheese. The point is, it did not include cheese. That came up earlier. Okay, correct choice. No cheese. Now, oh, cock. Okay, I can do this. I can do all of that. So, I need to open the eggs first. Then I need to batter the yolk or versus beat the protein. And presumably you need to, the yolk, protein, mix or bake. Nice! I am the king of baking. Oh yes, I did not need Claire's help with this. I am the king. And with that, the exam is finished. You know, I'm almost going to be disappointed when the hunky boys shop and it just starts being about hunky boys. Like, I've had way more fun doing the baking bits than I normally get in dating simulators, just dating the boys and going for all their dialogue options. This is actually surprisingly good. There's a game here. A game that actually tests your knowledge of baking. In order to practice, I've spent a lot of money these days. Not much savings left. You've got 10,000 cocky gold! Don't all of a sudden plead poverty, Harry Baking Potter. Oh, a week later, the envelope has come. Dear Sakura, congratulations on getting level S. Oh yes, Oh, flipping yes, I am the king of bakery. Now I get to go to baking Hogwarts. And everyone throws me a big going away party tonight, including the creepy, flirty restaurant owner who I kind of wish wasn't here. Maybe we could have done this somewhere that wasn't the restaurant. And they've all got together to give me an apron for +3 skill. Oh, thanks, guys. And over we go, sailing to the capital. Marvellous, and after a day's bumpy journey on the sea, you finally arrived at the capital located in the main island of the Carsland Kingdom. No dragons here as far as we can tell, which is marvellously good news. Chapter 3, Enter the College, and more importantly, meet the hunky boys. And we've met our roommate, Way, either Bebe or Beeb. I'm going to go for Bebe, I think, so this is Way Bebe. So she's our roommate, marvellous. So, we're just going to be living with her. Hopefully she's not super annoying. I was just having a lovely time being shown around the college, and then all of a sudden a vampire showed up. Fine. So she hates me for being a bumpkin and not being nobility. Got it. Oh, there's more of them. Bloody Draco Malfoys, one and all. Pretend to ignore them or fight back with words. No, stand up to bullies. Let's stand up to some bullies. Marvellous. You treat classmates so rude like this, doesn't it show you are quite uncultivated? Ooh. Charm +1, la-di-da. Alright, here's the headmaster. We're now being welcomed to the college. Bring out the sorting chef's hat to figure out what pastry house we're being put into. Because I most definitely am aiming for pain au chocolat. But first of all, I'd like to congratulate new classmates present. And here we get to the core of the game. Mediocrity is not allowed in this college. If your grades cannot pass the exam at the end of each semester, you'll be persuaded to quit. It's a very polite way of saying you'll be kicked out, but alright, fine. So clearly, like, the little island section at the beginning is just an introduction to how it works. While you're going around, you have to build your relationships with whoever you want to build your relationships with, but you also have to be building up your skills, ready to actually pass the exams. And then at the end of each year, which I'm guessing is each 12 turns, you do actually have a proper exam to take as well. There's a lot more here than in a usual dating game. I'm genuinely impressed. And indeed, confirmation there will be 10 opportunities for free activity. So, 10 free days to make sure I'm ready for the final exam. Right, first day compulsory class to take, and I think we've got hunky boy number 1, who may possibly be literally Draco Malfoy. Let's see if he does indeed turn out to be a bit of a dick. A tall boy comes over, short hair, short. I feel like the person who wrote the script and the person who drew the art were not talking to each other today. And a neatly dressed uniform, that at least is true, though it does look a bit big for him, to be honest. He seems emotionless and serious, which separates him from those around him. And that time you hear discussions and low voices around you. Look, it's Henry Yin. The headmaster praised him at the opening ceremony. He's said to have got level S achievements in the entrance exam. Well, so did I. Right, so this is Henry Yin, and he's hunky boy number 1. I got it. And he said, ooh, bookworm. Excellent, I already like this particular hunky boy. Marvellous. Henry Yin seems not to have heard anything. He heads straight to the classroom, expressionlessly. Ah, okay. Hunky boy number 1. And then a sexy young woman comes in who possibly maybe... Oh no, she's a teacher. Which, well, that doesn't mean she's not romanceable. Sometimes in this game you can just romance people in positions of authority, which is slightly odd, but whatever. So, you know, the game specifically flags she's sexy. Possibly I can also have a lesbian romance with the teacher. If so, totally willing to go for that. And she has an interesting long-term task for us. Easy for some, difficult for others. Intended to test your professional skills as well as your social abilities. Okay. It seems you're interested in it. I'll not keep you guessing anymore. Actually, the task is closely related to your future career. You may know there is an annual campus festival at the college, and there are a variety of pastry-making competitions in the kingdom. Winning honours in the activities can greatly improve the reputation of bakers, but the competitions are not for individuals but teams. It means a good team is crucial. Even when you enter society in the future, the teams and networking established in the school days will still be important. Okay, intriguing. And that's why we have to build relationships with people, not so that we can just have sex with hunky boys, but also so that we can make really good pain au chocolat together. I hope you can develop your team at the college. The number and quality of team members will affect your achievements. Okay, so potentially, big teams are better. Gotcha. Now, will I try and immediately develop members with those I'm familiar with? Oh, go on then. I may as well get Bebe on board. And, oh no, Lena's in my class. Right, yeah, the annoying girl from the beginning. I don't feel like she's going to be on board with this, to be honest. And though she said no, it picks up a bit of favourability anyway, because at least now we know each other. Oh no, even Wei Beibe's decided to shoot me down because she's been invited by the snooty aristocrat who she's decided to work with because that's her best bet. Dear-o flipping dear. I'm gonna be honest, I am puzzled and I don't trust their intentions. The chance is so tempting, I won't give it up. Oh dear, I'm worried. I'm worried that potentially if something goes wrong, she'll be made to take the fall. Bebe, I think you're being set up. So, I haven't got any team members yet, but potentially one of the actual teachers is a romance option. So, if I want to get good grades, that could be the other way of going about it. Marvellous. Let's just flirt with the teacher. So after a bit of flirting over coffee, I'll give you a job. I have a recipe here. Go back and try and make it. Fine. So that'll be the recipe I needed to work on secretly at night in order to get the S rank at the end of the term. Gotcha. Ooh, coffee flavoured cupcakes. Oh, I'm so up for that. That sounds delicious. So, if I want to actually pass, and I assume A is like the basic pass grade, everything needs to get up to, yeah, my basic stats up to 60, aesthetic and perseverance at 30, and also if I want the S, I need to pass the history and the painting course. Blimey, this actually seems quite tough. Ah, luckily I did bring my baby breakfast slave with me, so I can have some advantages of him. Marvellous. And I think I need my aesthetic and perseverance up, so basically hot dogs for breakfast every day, because that's how you pass school. Now thankfully I did have an opportunity to actually boost up my skills a little bit previously before I left West Island, because I think I was quite efficient in that regard. So, I've already got stamina almost at 60. Intelligence is only 20 off, yeah. Stamina's almost there, so whatever boosts stamina, don't bother with that. Instead, I just need to get intelligence, skill, and taste up by 20 apiece, and I've got 10 turns to do that, which should be fine. The other one, however, is, yeah, aesthetic and perseverance up by, yeah, up to 30. Now, perseverance is already at 10. I think I got some of that from attending church a lot on the island. Aesthetic, however, is a little bit on the low side. Got it. And I've got this recipe I needed to be working on, but I haven't learnt it yet, so it's not there. Gotcha. So, if I had to guess here, library's going to get intelligence up, that's fine. Canteen, I'll be able to get my taste up there. Store, I can buy important things, yeah, if I want to actually go buying ingredients that I need to make advanced stuff. Classroom would also logically boost intelligence, so I'm not sure what the difference between those two are. And the greenhouse was mentioned to me as the place where... That's not a greenhouse, that's, you know, big church, whatever. The greenhouse is where unusual stuff grows and also where the mean girls potentially hang out. Right, let's start off figuring out what's going on with the library and the classroom here. Because I'm guessing potentially Henry Yin, if he's a bookworm, is going to be in the library. And I'm totally down for that. So that's intelligence... Intelligence and perseverance up. Good, because I don't actually have a help menu to tell me what these do anymore. So intelligence and perseverance at the library. Let's go to the classroom. And, right, so intelligence and perseverance at the library. If I want to actually get my history and painting up, I need to do courses at the classrooms. Got it. Well, let's do some history with Lucy. Marvellous. And this is an elective course, and I would bring everyone to appreciate the development of history of pastry. It's not just the history of the world, it's the history of pastry. Though interestingly in the background, that's Europe. That's Europe in the background, so this is set in Europe. Intriguing. And that also gets my intelligence up a little bit too. Marvellous. Now, I want to nip over to the store in the evening in case there's also a mystery store. No, there's just a cat girl called Ding Dong, which feels weird and wrong somehow, but I'm not quite sure why. Aha! I could buy a pet. Good, 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 including... I've already got a basil. Why do I need a basil? Okay. I'm gonna buy a caramel as well, though quite frankly it's even weirder that my baby slave is a big wide-eyed girl in a dress and I call her Caramel. That's just weird. But the game was implied earlier I could actually stack these pets on top of each other. So if I buy 2 pets, am I allowed to have... Yeah, you can choose only 1 pet to follow, but if using multiple pets to unlock advanced formula, accelerate effects can be superimposed. I have no idea what that means. I'm going to try you for a bit because you technically cost more, so maybe you're better. Sorry, Basil. And yes, indeed, there's a whole bunch of stuff I can buy here. Okay, probably not a terrible idea to actually go buying myself some basic flour and some coffee because I know I want to actually make some coffee cupcakes. So if I want to make coffee cupcakes, presumably I'm also going to need, like... I'm just going to buy milk now and assume it never goes off. It's just magic game milk. So back in the dorm, what can I do tonight? I can either go to the small kitchen. Okay, let's go to the small kitchen and start figuring out what's going on here. So, 10 bags of flour. Good, I already bought some flour. So, let's study the recipe and see what's going on here. So the coffee flavoured cupcakes, let's just figure out how long it's going to take to figure those out. Skill +2, and, okay, so I need to do that 5 times. So I need to remember, every other night, on average, needs to be spent working on those cupcakes. Although apparently I can do something else here. I can also just make cakes in general. And that needs basic food material plus specific food material. So, basic stuff plus cherry. So right now, I don't have cherry, so I can't. So I'm guessing basic stuff is just like flour or whatever. So anyway, that is... apparently I can do something else too. Fine, let's go and visit someone else. And as favourability of a character rises, new dialogues and storylines, well... let's go hang out with my teacher after dark, because if we can seduce him, then I don't need to worry about these stupid exams anymore. Marvellous, it's so late. Why do you still come over? Because of something. Send cake. Uh-oh. I can't send a cake, because I haven't actually got it. No, I don't have a cake ready. So that's a shame. I could go and visit Henry Yin, see if he's actually willing to, like, you know, be friends. Who are you? And why are you coming to the boys' dorm at this late hour? Okay, I feel like he's not 100% welcoming either. I could invite him to form a team, but only if my favourability with him is nice and high. I need to send a cake, but only if I know what he likes. I guess I'll just say bye and naff off. Fine. So I need to actually bake the right cakes to get people to like me. Lovely. Meanwhile, the following morning, conveniently, Henry Yin is refusing to join other people's teams because he likes being on his own. So if I could just seduce him with cake, then potentially he'll join my team because I know he's not spoken for. Right, so here's my little new slave. Good morning. Okay, she's not calling me master, which I prove... oh, no, she is. Never mind. Might rain in the afternoon. Well, at least you're a bit more useful than Basil ever was. Now, do I actually get different... she does offer me different things, albeit her breakfast options are a chicken roll or a vegetable salad. Which I feel like, again, I've yet to actually find anyone who's actually giving me something that makes sense as a breakfast dish, but okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm actually going to put Basil back into service, because Basil's hot dog lets me boost up perseverance a little bit, and also one of the charms or the socials. And perseverance is relatively hard to boost, so yeah, because that's hard to do, that will be more useful to me. So, we've been to the classroom, we've been to the library. The garden, I'm assuming, is just plus to stamina, if I had to guess here, so I may as well double check on that. Yep, stamina and social. Okay, lovely. But I find a familiar figure, and it's Henry Yin. Nice. Should I go and say hello? Yes, absolutely. He's a bookworm. I like him. He's drawing and writing something. What is he doing? Well, he's drawing and writing. You just bloody said. He looked at his hands and finally has a booklet with some densely written foreign words you've never seen on it. Raising his head and looking at you with confusion. Are you... Sorry, am I bothering you? Is there anything? Oh, he's being snooty. I might need to send him a nice cake first. I just want to say hi. Oh, are you finished? Oh dear. Right, and stop asking questions. He's not interested, Sakura. And it's Latin. Oh, he's a classicist. Ooh, he's gone to the garden to read Latin by himself. Oh my good man. We are totally seducing you, you magnificent man. Yes, abso-flipping-lutely. And as I excuse myself, by the right, the basement. What's he on about? The books in Latin, you can find them in the basement of the library. Aha! Right, if I learn Latin, he is bound to be impressed. What should I do this afternoon? Well, obviously we're going to the library and seeing what we can learn in the flipping basement. So intelligence, perseverance, and... Ooh, okay. Apparently not. Never mind. I haven't been to the canteen yet. I assume that's for taste. So I can either eat for aesthetic, stamina, and intelligence. Is aesthetic one I need to get up? Hang on. Yeah, aesthetic needs to be 30. And right now it's only at 4. Fine. So that is quite useful, but I'm guessing it costs money? Or maybe it doesn't because I'm on a full scholarship. Yeah, let's eat and see. Oh, it definitely costs money. Fine. So, a delicious meal package for aesthetic. Ah, okay, fine. The canteen, I can grind my aesthetic up. That's pretty bloody useful, yes. And not much point going to the small kitchen. Aside from the fact I might still have... Do I actually have enough flour? I think I bought some flour. Yep, fine. I've done that. Lovely. And I can't make the cakes because I don't have the coffee or... No, sorry, the cherry. I don't have the cherry, though I could sell those for some money, potentially. Nothing else I can do. Go to bed. And tomorrow, Susan's back telling me how to make cheesecakes today, which I'm going to assume won't actually be in the final exam because it never bloody is. Though probably worth noting, because this might be in a practical at the end of the year. Yeah, cheesecakes, light chiffon, less flour, and cream and cheese are added. Fine, understandable. Also, I just went for a walk in the garden. I think I just stepped on a guy who's now determined to call me Little Wildcat. And who are you, and why are you just, like, hiding in the gardens of a private school? Because that's really weird. Do you care who I'm? Yeah, because you're literally intruding in a school. So that's very odd. And also, he smells of blood. He actually smells of blood, apparently. He's giving out the light smell of blood, which is just... Maybe we just call the police. Yeah, I'm leaving. Good idea. Screw this guy. Okay, the one place I haven't been yet is the greenhouse. So let's just nip in here. And Brian's here. Right. You weren't on the title screen, so you're not a love interest. You just, like, work here as the gardener or whatever. Marvellous. So I can either help with crop planting or floriculture. Let's go for crop planting, because it seems like that gets me basic ingredients. So, blah, 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 blah. Yes, yes, yes. Not pesticides, stamina, perseverance. Aha! There's my flour. Good. So there's my basic ingredients, if I need to, together with some other stat increases. And I do actually want to nip to the library before it closes. So, yes, there we are. Let's actually go down to there. I'm not getting the option to go down to the basement, unfortunately. Right, something I do want to do. Head over to the store, and what I want to buy is, buy the materials. I want to buy some cherry. I want to just basically, I'm just going to top up on flour just so I know I've got plenty of it, which is fine. In fact, actually, as everything just basically costs the same, I may as well just make sure I've got enough, like, to do everything twice, just on the off chance. So we're just going to get some of that. And some of this too. There we go. I've spent a bit of money, but at least now I'm well. So in fact, screw it. I'm just going to basically top up on flour, because I'm always going to need it. And I suspect I'm going to need plenty of coffee and cherry. So let's just get that topped up, because I know I can make stuff like that. So, while I'm here, actually invest. Goodbye, ding dong, you're weird. Now, go to the actual kitchen. Study that recipe. Let's get that underway. Sooner the better, because then I can gift him his own coffee cakes. And also I can make normal cakes. So I should be able to make this. Marvellous. So can I just make more? Okay, I can just make like all of the flipping cherry cakes. Yay, 50 cherry cakes. I don't know why I need 50 cherry cakes, but do I just have those now? Is that in my inventory? No. Oh wait, hang on. Finished. Finished. Yes, cherry cake. I just have cherry cake. Right, okay. I've got a plan. I'm going to try and give Henry Yin the cherry cake. So go to Henry Yin, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the cherry cream cake. Actually, I don't know why I like to eat this. It's clearly not my style. Is it just because there's cherry sauce in it? Okay. That worked. That was good. Okay, now that we like each other, can I just basically go over to you and like... No, I can only give you that once, sadly, and favourability is not 35. Right, bye, Henry. I love you. Oh, yeah, it's Henry. He's talking to me now that I've given him some of my cherry cake. Marvellous. So I've snuck out late at night to practice my cheesecake that I got wrong last time in class. And now Henry is going to help me. And it's going to be like that bit in that film about that ghost where, like, you know, there's the ghost and, like, the pottery and, like, the vase thing, except, like, with cheesecake, and he's not dead, probably, unless it's, like, a really big plot twist. It might be, I don't know. And do I ask him for help? Yeah, ask him for help, because he started speaking to me first. The egg white is overbeaten and becomes hard. After being baked, the cake will easily crack. Carefully observe how I'm doing it. You know what? I trust him. Alright, because he's a bookworm and he chooses to read Latin in his spare time, so I love him already. And also probably like remember what he's saying, because it might come up in like the actual exam. So water bath method, cake on the lower layer of an oven and heat both the... That's not even a sentence. Something to do with 160 degrees C for just over an hour. Gotcha. And his favourability keeps rising. Oh yeah, I've got myself a hunky classicist boy and I couldn't be happier. Okay, one more thing I need to learn. Greenhouse, if I do the floriculture, what does that actually do here? So that gets my aesthetic up. Okay, so that's aesthetic up for free. Got it, because like I'm producing flowers I put in my hair for some reason, I guess. And other than that, we're doing okay here, right? We've already got my stamina where it needs to be. Back here, intelligence, skill, actually taste does need to go up a bit. Perseverance, aesthetic, heading in the right direction. Yeah, we're doing well here. I'm managing everything nicely. But let's go to the canteen and work there. That might well get taste up. Yep, skill and taste up and a bit of money too. That is, well, the money's kind of useless because apparently I'm just bloody loaded. But the skill and the taste are skills I think I do need to get up, yes. And also Emma, the chef, likes me, which is lovely. And in the evening, aha, the evening library. If I had to guess, potentially, intelligence 3, keep studying till late at night. Let me call it a day. Aha, oh! You're not who I was expecting. And he has seen me in the library many times recently and he's impressed. Nice. Though actually, bear in mind, I did see him in the garden, not Christopher, the other guy, Henry Yin. He was in the garden. Maybe I should go to the garden more often. Interesting. If you encounter any difficulties in learning, you can come and seek my help. I tried. You sent me away until I have a bloody cake to give you. Actually, I did just notice, as it's a new day, I can now send him a new cake. Okay, excellent. So that just gets his favourability up by 5 a go. So I can boost his favourability by at least 5 every free day just by giving him the cherry cake, which I have many of, so that's fine. Because, yeah, over in my inventory, finished goods, I still have 30 cherry cakes. Nice. Alright, another day passes. We've now got the coffee flavoured cupcakes unlocked. Nice. So I should be able to now make those immediately because I've got the coffee. So yeah, let's just make plenty of them right now. Now, with some of them ready, what I can now go and do is visit what's-his-face. Yeah, visit Christopher DM, and now I can give him the coffee-flavoured cupcake. I've only taught you once, and you can make it so well, I felt your efforts. Favourability up. But then he kicks me straight out again. Well, that's just a dickish thing to do. So Christopher's now at 15 happiness. And Henry's already up to 20, which is marvellous. We're getting him towards being a team member. Also, apparently there's like a whole bunch of other people. I don't know whether they actually are in love with me or whether they're just like secondary characters you can't actually be with. But interestingly, actually, the teacher Susan is not listed here. So yeah, apparently not only is she not romanceable, she's not even a friend, which is tragic. But Wei Bebe seems to like me, which is good. And Ding Dong sort of likes me, so that's nice as well. Oh, the game's introducing the 4th and final hunky boy, but I don't care. I'm totally up for the quiet, shy bookworm who speaks Latin. Don't care, like, he's like the sickly prince of the kingdom or whatever. Not fussed, go away. Dear student, says Booby McGee, half of the semester has passed. Do you still remember the task I gave you at the first class? Yes, I do. And I am on top of it, alright, because literally every night, and I know this sounds weird, but just roll with it. Basically, after I've done all my stuff for the day, I go back to my dorm, I bake up some fresh cherry cake, I take it straight over to Henry Yin's room, he basically tells me to naff off, I shove a cherry cake in his mouth, he says that's okay, and then I go away without saying another word to him. But sooner or later, that's gonna work. And Wei Bebe has basically realised the mean girls are in fact mean girls and wants to join my team. Yeah, go on then, I forgive you for being an idiot. Okay, we're halfway there, let's take stock here, which is almost all of my stats are pretty much where I want them to be. Taste needs to be a tiny bit higher, as does intelligence, but for the most part that's not a problem. If I just do a double shift working at the restaurant here, that's absolutely fine. And also, apparently, I get a free crepe, which is lovely. Aha, and because I've actually been helping out Emma by going and working at the restaurant, she's now going to teach me how to make the French crepe. Ah, lovely. Right, also head to the library, just to get my intelligence up a little bit. Though, admittedly, I haven't really found much in the library. I was kind of expecting to run into Henry a lot there, but no, he's never bloody there. Now, I believe with what I've just done there, working all day, yep, those stats above 60, these stats above 30. That just means I've got to actually be able to pass history and art, and I will get my S rank. Oh yeah, but first, keep shoving cake inside Henry Yin's mouth. There you go. Have some bloody cake, you bastard. Nice. In fact, Henry Yin literally just hit 35 favour. Oh yes. It's you again. Now you've come, just sit down. He's got sick of me showing up and just force feeding him cake. Now, favour is, well, favour is, yep, greater than or equal to 35, which is... Well, since you invite me so sincerely, reluctantly, I agree with you on this request. Nice. And that means I've now got 2 team members. Lovely. Oh, it's starting to go places for me and Henry. Now, me and Henry are walking back to the dormitory together. Admittedly, it's different dormitories, so I'm not sure how we do that, but whatever. Neither of you say anything on the way. It's the season when Sakura blooms. Like, not me and not the other game franchise that we don't talk about because hedgehogs. I assume that's like cherry blossoms or something. You open your mouths almost at the same time, but close your mouths embarrassedly at the same time too. When you come to a fork in the road, you start walking at the same time. I'm leaving, says Henry, the true romantic. Go back and sleep early. No, I have to bake more cherry cakes for you, you stupid bastards. Right, with my stats up to date, that means all I need to do now is just go over to the classrooms and keep doing courses until I've actually, been told I've done enough to pass the bastards. And now I can start studying this here French pancake. Nice. So, what do I need to actually study? Skill and... Okay, that's going to take another 5 turns, or rather another 4 turns now as well. Lovely. Also, I've run into the guy who actually smells of blood, who occasionally decides to hide in the bushes in the garden of the college. So again, maybe we just don't bother with him. And I think with 3 in history and 3 in painting, at the end of this... There we go. Painting reaches entry level. Nice. And that means what I've got now is all the skills I need and everything to keep my S rank. Lovely. Oh, today is the date for the final exam of the first semester. It's suggested safe. No. Screw you, game. Right, we're doing this properly. This is a you only live once run of flipping Pastry Lovers, okay? But I am going to cheat in a different way. Claire! Okay, I've got Claire with me again, and we're not allowing ourselves to Google anything this time. Now it's basically up to Claire to save this run through, because I haven't saved. So, screw you, game. Everyone came to the exam room. Yeah, I'm ready. Alright, I've brought Claire with me. There's Booby McGee. Shut up. We don't care about you. Congratulations, you got S level in the... Wait, what? What happened to the exams? That was my favourite bit. Boo! Boo, game! Why was I advised to save the game there? If I saved the game there, as there was no actual exam to take, it wouldn't have made any difference if I'd saved there, then I just wouldn't be able to go back and change the stuff I did during the semester. That's just weird. So, year 2 inside the cooking course, and now what I need to do is get up to a proficiency level in at least 1 course. I need to have 3 teammates. I've already got 2, so that's good. I need to unlock an advanced formula from somewhere. And also, if I want to be S level, I'm going to need an additional teammate beyond that point. I'm guessing I'm not allowed to just invite a teacher. By the way, I'm not allowed to have Christopher on my team. That strikes me as potentially cheaty. And if I want to actually get hold of the advanced recipes, then I need the secret recipe room of the library. Christopher, favour degree over 20. Yeah, this game does that a lot, by the way. This game's little tips often just tell you the answer to things. It's also very odd that you do actually see in this game's trailer on the Steam page, it shows you the actual artwork from every ending in the game. Which is very unusual, but there you go. And in this new semester, something new has actually opened up. In the evenings, I can go out into the world and visit F Street, the N Market, or the Slum. I'm not really sure what what exactly is an N market when it's out? Ah, the night market. Good, you could have just written that. That might have been clearer. And I could at this point, of course, try and start getting the mysterious sickly Prince William on side, or seducing Christopher so he lets me into the secret basement where possibly I can get the Latin book that helps me actually impress Henry Yin a bit more, and diddly-diddly-dee, and work towards building my team, and have the festival at the end of the year, and then hopefully more exams. I really hope there's more exams. That exam at the beginning was really fun. I'm just kind of hoping for more exams, to be honest, so maybe there'll be a big final exam. I really, truly hope so. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think you get the point. This here is Pastry Lovers, and I'll say, for a game that I believe I bought for 40 pence, I am impressed. I am genuinely impressed. There's a lot more here than you get in a typical, and okay, it's very unfair to say this, but a lot of visual novels are kind of lazy. They're kind of lazy and thrown together, but this game actually has, like, you know, a proper large amount of script in it. Admittedly, some of the script is a little bit badly translated out of whatever the original language is, but there's a lot of script here, there's a lot of options. I like the fact there's the baking focus, and actually there's a lot of baking related things to do, and the store, and baking cakes, and figuring out the right cakes, and, you know, depending on where you go, relationships with tiny sub-characters opens up some new options too. There's a lot here I actually genuinely like. It's actually not terrible. If you like your visual novels, then potentially this might be worth looking at. Though, if you're not a fan of the genre, I don't think this will be the one to win you round. But if anything's going to, maybe this one would. Because actually, yeah, it's actually quite good fun. I've had a nice time with this. So, take that as a recommendation, if you will. But I think we will leave this off for now. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Pastry Lovers. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way, otherwise they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech, though mysteriously still completely dependent on, you know, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.